Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collegeville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collegeville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, Collegeville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 and 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chiefin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh boys,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And very good late afternoon, early evening to everyone, whichever you prefer. Late afternoon, early evening. My name's Todd Duke. We are live today at Edwardsville High School as we are ready to bring you some Lady Kahok volleyball as your Collegeville Kahawks get ready to take on their Southwestern Conference rivals, the Edwardsville Lady Tigers. And again, my name is Todd Duke. Welcome into the pregame show brought to you today by LC's Pub in Caseyville. Great food, great drinks, and great services served up daily at LC's Pub in Caseyville. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville. Call in for carry-out orders at LC's Pub, 618-855-9007. We are on a little early, and that can only mean one thing. That means that the JV match went only 2 sets, and unfortunately, Collegeville came out on the losing end of both of those sets. They lost the first match 25-14 and then fell off a little bit more after that. Lost the second set by a score of 25-8. So that brings us to the varsity side of things. As soon as we get a freshman score, we will, of course, pass that along to you. I have not seen the freshman team back out on this court, so that means they're probably still playing. So let's get going with the varsity side. Collinsville They opened Southwestern Conference play Tuesday night with a home win against East St. Louis with a two-set sweep, winning 25-18 and 25-16. Matter of fact, all three levels got two-set sweeps Tuesday night. Collinsville is looking for their first two-game win streak of the year. The other win came on the road at Jerseyville. That was 8 days ago. And Collinsville had a match-high 24 kills against East St. Louis on Tuesday night. They registered 11 aces and came up with 38 digs versus the Flyers. Also match highs for the year. Megan Summer, Avery Johnson, and Carson Mode all have 5 aces each on the season. That is tied for third best right now in the entire Southwestern Conference. Edwardsville, well, they've only had one match under their belt. Their Southwestern Conference opener at home Tuesday night here against O'Fallon. Lady Tigers won in straight sets. 25-18 was the score in both of those sets. And, of course, Edwardsville, they always have a stellar volleyball program. They're coming off another good year. They went 23-12 last year in the regular season. Lady Tigers beat Granite City in the regional semifinal and took care of Belleville West for another regional championship. Both victories were via the two-set sweep. Edwardsville ended up losing in sectional semifinal play to O'Fallon in 3 sets. The Lady Tigers took the middle set 25-13, but that was sandwiched around a 25-23 first set loss to the Lady Panthers and ended with a 25-13 loss in the deciding set to O'Fallon. The year prior to that upset, Edwardsville went to state on a powerful 33-9 year where they ended up finishing in 4th place. They lost the semifinals to Mother McCauley out of Chicago, and then they lost the 3rd place match to Barrington. So we have a few games under our belt for Collinsville, just one game under the belts for Edwardsville. We'll see how that kind of plays out tonight, and I had a chance to talk about that and a few other things with Collinsville head coach Katie Cease. We did that just a little while ago, and we will pass that conversation on to you next as the LC's Pub pregame show continues right here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And, just off the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium-sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. All right, welcome you back into the LC Pubs pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. We're on the road for the first time this year following your Lady Kahok volleyball team, and wouldn't you know it, we're at Edwardsville, big rival in the Southwestern Conference with the Tigers, and joining us now is Collinsville head coach Katie Cease. All right, let's go backwards in time and tell me a little bit about the win against East St. Louis at home, all three levels with two-game sweeps.
Yeah, that was great across the board. Like I said before, every night that we play in the Southwestern Conference is a battle, and so getting a win, going 1-0 already to start in conference is a great, team booster, morale booster. We started a bit slow in the beginning of our first set, and then, I think the girls woke up and started playing together, and our serve receive picked up. We started serving more aggressive, and our attackers were finally, hitting in the court, which makes a big difference in the game. So, and I don't know if you have the stats, but I think Avery Johnson, our freshman, led in kills with about 9, I think. So that really boosted the team effort there. So, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to get to her in a minute. Tell me a little bit about so far in the season. You have 5 matches under your belt, and it seems to me you've been in every single one of these.
Yeah, we've been right there, which is, it's hard because, if you look at the box score, it's not always telling to how hard the girls work within the game, but we've been really close. Like, we took Highland in a battle, which is always a really tough match. They play great volleyball out there, so that was a great game. We played okay against Altop, but they've got a great team again this year. So we've been there, and every game has been a learning opportunity for us. So as long as we keep building on those moments, and I think that the more we progress throughout the season, it'll show.
Well, you're the head coach of this team, so you get to hang out with them every day. Do you see the progression? Do you see things getting better?
Yeah. And, we've had, being only 2 weeks into the season and already having 5 games under our belt, that's a lot already so far. So getting to see them in game moments, but also just in practice and on the bus and everything, they have they mesh well together. They have a good team spirit. They all seem to get along pretty well, which makes my job a little bit easier on that end for sure.
All right, well, when you're playing a team like Edwardsville, you're always trying to get any kind of advantage that you can. You guys are playing your 6th game. They just had their first game Tuesday night, so this is only their 2nd. So does that give your team an advantage?
Yeah, we have a couple more games under our belt just working together. And I know tonight our goal is, serving aggressive at them, getting them out of system, and just playing together throughout, regardless of what the score is at, just staying together and staying positive and focusing on ourselves. Like I said before, our motto is playing for the 6, not the 1, so not letting ourselves get stuck off by ourselves, down on ourselves, but pulling together as a team. So that's our goal for tonight.
All right, time to move to stats. You already touched on it a little bit. In the kill department, you mentioned Avery Johnson in the game against East St. Louis. She's tied with Aubrey in the team lead with 21 kills each. Are you surprised?
I'm not surprised at all. I love a good sibling rivalry. You just got to keep those Johnsons going. But yeah, having them both on the outside now, I've tried some things out with Aubrey on the right side, but I moved her back out to the outside, and I think that she feels a little more comfortable out there. So the two of them, they are great weapons on offense. So we just keep feeding them the ball and trying to get the ball run through the middle too, through Talisha and Carson. Not as always easy if you don't have a perfect pass. So working on that, and it's nice to have a strong outside, that's for sure. And with a freshman too, it's great potential for the future.
In the serving category, your lone senior on the team, Megan Summer, 94.1% serving effectiveness. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it depends on the situation, but usually, you want them to get the ball in, but you want to serve aggressive. But I can count on Megan to do both of those things, and she serves for one of our middles, and she steps in, and I know when she's back there that I don't have to worry as much, which is a good feeling.
She also, I believe, leads the team, or she's actually tied with two other girls in the aces category. 5 each aces. That's pretty well, too.
Yeah, that is good. It makes a huge difference when you serve aggressive in a game. Getting the other team out of system on serve-receive makes all the world of a difference when they're trying to defend that. So getting those aces, serving aggressive, knowing what's going on, those all are key components for sure.
The Johnson girls, along with Megan Summer, your leaders in digs, and everybody really doesn't think about that category too much, but that's a really huge category.
Yeah, that's been our big focus this week is defense. Sometimes we really struggle, and it's hard to get ourselves back out on defense, but those three are in the back row together a lot. So, yeah, I'm not surprised that they're up there.
Alyssa Huckleberry, she has the team lead in assists with 33. The next closest is Carly Altenberger with 14. That's a big, wide difference. So you are, I'm guessing, happy with your move to make Miss Huckleberry a setter?
Yeah, she was our DS. They just went to a timeout. Also, it got real quiet here. But yes, she was a DS in the past, and we lost our setter last year, who ran a 5-1 for us, the other Johnson, Addie. So we had to move Alyssa to a setter, which she was a setter in grade school and freshman year. But I'm glad we moved her out. And is she's setting now, because she also gets to play defense as a setter as well. We started the year in a 5-1, which means we only were running one setter, and made some adjustments there. So now we're running a sophomore as a setter as well, Carly. So that's probably why her numbers are a little off there. So.
All right, you have Edwardsville. No surprise, they're always good. What is it going to take to beat them?
Playing together, playing consistent, serving aggressive, and not getting down on ourselves. That's for sure.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Katie Seashore, Collinsville Lady Kahok volleyball head coach. We'll take a break here on the LC's Pub pregame show. When we come back, we'll set the starting rosters for both sides, and we'll do that in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking LLC, 618-960-9346, or online at chapmantruckingllc.net. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. 822. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahok Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
And once again, we welcome you back to Edwardsville High School. Just about ready for some action here between Collinsville and Edwardsville in the world of girls volleyball. And here are your starters. We will begin with the Edwardsville Tigers. You will find on the floor the libero, Hannah Mattarelli. She is a senior. Defensive specialist, junior, Grace Malway. Middle blocker, Addie Reeder, is also a junior. Couple of setters for you, both of them seniors, Sarah Goy and Olivia Jones. Sierra Cunningham is a sophomore middle blocker, and your outside hitter for Edwardsville is Sydney Davis, a senior. For Collinsville, Alyssa Huckleberry will get the start at setter. She is a junior. Megan Summer is Collinsville's libero and a senior. Your outside hitters, Aubrey and Avery Johnson, the sisters, Aubrey a junior, Avery a freshman. Your right side hitter is Kendra Ledbetter, a junior. Your middle blockers, Carson Mode and Talisha Gilmore, both juniors, and your right side setter is Lily Johnson, and she is a sophomore. They're just about ready to go. Edwardsville will be on the far left side of your screen. They're here in their black uniforms. They got a little orange on the elbow, a little bit of gray going up over the orange and under the orange, and they have white numbers trimmed in a little orange. Collinsville, they're out there in the purple. They have the white numbers on the back. They have the word Collinsville across the tops of their shoulders on the backs of those uniforms, and Megan Summer will be wearing the white jersey for Collinsville as their libero, and Hannah Mattarelli will be wearing a white jersey for the Edwardsville Tigers as she plays the same libero position. We are just about ready to go. Freshman score just came to me from Elise Halbrooks, and the freshman team suffered a two-set sweep as well, 25-14 and 25-10. So two-set sweeps for the freshmen and the JVers. So we're hoping that Collinsville can, or the varsity team can fare a little better here, but it's always a tough task when you're playing Edwardsville. Kendra Ledbetter is back to start things off, or excuse me, that is Avery Johnson. She's back to start things off, and we start off with a point, as that one was tipped off of a hand and went backwards instead of forward. So that's the way you want to start. Get the first point of the game. Kahawks are up 1-0. Next serve by Johnson. Gets over the net with a little force behind it, but this time the Tigers pick it up a little bit better. Here is a setup for a Huckleberry, and that one is in right on the back line. Carson Mode up front with that shot. And Collinsville quickly goes up 2-1. So Avery Johnson will continue to serve. 5 aces, her and Megan Summer and Aubrey Johnson, all with 5 aces each, and that one goes a little bit too far, and that point's going to belong to Edwardsville. So 2-1 in favor of Collinsville. Back to serve is Hannah Mattarelli, the 5'3" senior. She led the team out of the locker room. So she obviously is one of the team leaders here. Collinsville trying to get it over. They do, and then tipped over, and that's going to be a point for Collinsville on a carry, the referees say. So the Kahawks go back up by 2. It's 3-1. Talisha Gilmore checks into the game. Up front, along with Aubrey Johnson and Lily Johnson. I was looking down at my score sheet and I didn't see what happened. I'm guessing the Tigers got that point because they're going to serve, but they haven't changed it on the scoreboard yet. So I have 3-2. Okay, scoreboard reflects that. Here is Huckleberry. She sets it up. Aubrey Johnson sends it to the back line. And over here on the near side, blocked out nicely there by Talisha Gilmore. Along with the other Johnson, that would be Aubrey. Now here's Mattarelli. Mattarelli sets it up over on the far side, and across it goes, and it's out of bounds. According to Lori Blade, the former Lady Tiger softball and basketball head coach. She's also a volleyball referee, and she stands over here in the corner for this first game, first set. And Collinsville goes up 4-2. Huckleberry comes out, so does Lily Johnson. Back to serve Carly Altenberger for Collinsville. Kendra Ledbetter in there as well, and that one goes into the net. So a free gift for Collinsville. 4-3 in favor of the Kahawks, and back to serve. Sydney Davis. Took me a minute to find her number. Across the way it goes. Picked up over there by Johnson. Moved up front by Altenberger, and now Gilmore gets the ball over. Here is Mattarelli. She'll send it up front, and a poke, but that's a little bit too far off the hands of Addie Reeder. And Collinsville will pick up another point. Kahawks continue to lead 5-3. Another serve on the way for Aubrey Johnson. She puts it over onto the far side and taken care of over there. And the person who took care of it sends it over for a kill. That's Madeline Olau, the daughter of the head coach Heather Olau. She's in her third year. 67-22 is her record. Also in her third year is Katie Cease. She comes in with a record of 17-55. Back to serve is Addie Reeder for Edwardsville. Sends it into the middle. Megan Summer makes contact first. Aubrey Johnson now into the middle to younger sister Avery. Sent over. Reeder took care of the first try, and it goes back in the back, and that's out of bounds. And Collinsville will pick up another point. 6-4 in favor of the Kahawks. Megan Summer back to serve. Summer sends one down the middle. That's out. So a couple of service errors here in this first set have given Edwardsville a couple of free points, and that has brought the Lady Tigers back to within 1 now of your Lady Kahawks. Back to serve, Sarah Goy. Senior setter for Edwardsville. She sends over a knuckleballer. It goes out of bounds. Nice save over there by Ledbetter. And then sent over, nicely done by Aubrey Johnson, and that'll get that point right back to Collinsville after that service error. So 7-5. Collinsville continues to lead. Melissa Huckleberry checks back into the game. She'll go back to serve. She leads this team in assists with 33. Sent over, popped up, and moved over to the side for Goy. And then that one's a little bit too far off of the hands of Madeline Olau. And Collinsville picks up another point. Edwardsville wants a timeout. We'll take a timeout right along with them, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Collinsville Daily News, the new online source for everything newsworthy in and around Collinsville. This news source is designed to be the heartbeat of the Collinsville community and is owned and operated by members that live in this area. The Collinsville Daily News generates their revenue with local support from the community in which they serve and from advertising. They do not charge to read their content, so you'll never run into one of those annoying paywalls. Not only that, but the Collinsville Daily News offers free classified advertising. You have items you want to buy, sell, or trade? It's free to post. Wedding or engagements announcements, as well as obituaries, all free at collinsvilledailynews.com. Plus, they have the content that matters most. Collinsville news you need to know, coverage of Kahok sports, and a keen eye on city news. The Collinsville Daily News also has an event tab that allows you to find out what is going on in and around the region for you and your family, the heartbeat of the community. Helping readers make sense of an increasingly chaotic world. Check them out at collinsvilledailynews.com, on social media sites Facebook and Instagram. The heartbeat of this community is the Collinsville Daily News.
Alyssa Huckleberry serves. We're back underway after a timeout, 8-5 in favor of Collinsville. Huckleberry setting it up for Mode. She gets it across. Now Edwardsville, they get a try over on the far side. Into the corner. Nice pickup there by Megan Summer. Huckleberry sets it up for Johnson off of a couple of hands. It had a spin on it, but Edwardsville stays with it. Then they just poke it across. Now Huckleberry again sets it up for Johnson, and that one's too far. So a 2-point lead once again for the Kahawks, 8-6. It's been a long, long time since Collinsville has beaten Edwardsville in the in the world of girls volleyball. Matter of fact, it hasn't happened since the days of Michelle Barch-Hackley. That one's out of bounds. Collinsville goes back up 9-5. 5 wins in 25 years for Edwardsville. 4 of those came between 2004 and 2007 during the Michelle Barch years. She was not Hackley then. And the other one, there was 4 of them with Michelle Barch-Hackley. There's a point for Edwardsville. And the 5th one came in 1999. The last time the Lady Kahawks won a set over the Lady Tigers was a middle set in September of 2018. Edwardsville won the match 2-1, but Collinsville got that middle set, and that was the last time that Collinsville has had a set win against Edwardsville. So it'd be nice to get one of those here tonight. Here is Johnson. Nice job on the kill there by Lily Johnson. 9-8. That's what the scoreboard says. Another serve. Into the back it goes. Up front, sent over to the far side, and that's a good shot there by Sydney Davis. We are tied at 9. Collinsville has not trailed in this contest yet. And it's the first time we've been tied since it was 0-0. Back to where we started. Hannah Montarelli back to serve now for Edwardsville. She'll send a knuckler over. That's taken care of by Johnson. And Huckleberry back over to Aubrey. Picked up by Montarelli on the other side. Over on the far side, another kill try by Davis. This time it's handled by Collinsville. And a setup behind as Huckleberry sends it over to Lily Johnson. And another point for Collinsville. Excuse me. You know, you're fine all day, and then when you turn on a microphone, you start getting frogs in your throat. Felicia Gilmore checks back in. She'll take the place of Megan Summer. And back to serve, Carson Mode. Carson also with 5 aces on the year. She has a pretty good serve. She was up that service line for a while when we did that Highland game. Here is Davis again. Picked up nicely by Johnson. Huckleberry setting it right back up for Johnson. Gets over and off of a partial block. Nice save there by Johnson. Huckleberry trying to surprise, but they say she hit it twice. So now we are tied at 10. Back to serve for Edwardsville, Olivia Jones. Senior setter. Picked up, Johnson. Over to Johnson. Back to Johnson. And it's out. We have 3 Johnsons on the team, but only 2 of them are related. As Edwardsville takes their first lead of this set, 11-10. Lily Johnson wears number 14. She is not one of the Johnson sisters. Graduated Addie last year and a whistle, and we had a double hit again by Collinsville. So another serve coming up for Edwardsville. And Huckleberry gets it over. Monterelli keeps it alive. Blocked by Gilmore, but it ends up going out of bounds. Sometimes that happens, man. You put up the hands and block the ball, and it goes instead of going straight, it went straight sideways, and out of bounds it went. Those are tough breaks. 13-10 now in favor of Edwardsville. Another serve by Jones. That one's out, and Collinsville will take the free point. 13-11. Ledbetter checks back in. Carly Altenberger checks back in as well. Huckleberry out, as well as Lily Johnson. Back to serve is Altenberger. High and out on the far sideline. So you get a free point, you give back that free point. 14-11 in favor of Edwardsville. We're back on the road tomorrow, taking a trip to Centralia for week number 2 of the high school football season. Collinsville trying to rebound after that loss at Belleville East Saturday afternoon. Picked up by Megan Summer, kept alive by Altenberger, and she'll send it over, and it'll take Aubrey Johnson try to get that ball over. Blocked up front again. This time it's Gilmore and Ledbetter. Collinsville keeping the ball alive. Aubrey Johnson sends it over, and it'll bounce out of bounds off of a Lady Tiger, and Collinsville hanging tough, back to within 2. Back to serve Aubrey Johnson. She sends it over. Nice little knuckle action on that one over on the first try. Ledbetter sends it up in the air. Altenberger sets it back up for Ledbetter, and that one's just a little bit too far. Goes out of bounds. Had the right idea. Just needed to straighten it out a little bit. 15-12 in favor of Edwardsville. Addie Reeder, junior middle hitter for the Tigers, back to serve. Picked up by Megan Summer, and a nice job trying to get that one, but it's going to go out of bounds and into the stands. And Edwardsville extends their lead to 4. And now Collinsville will take a timeout. So we'll take a timeout as well, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from other coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Ragg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Ragg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Kahawks and the Kahok Sports Network, as well as the Kahok Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Ragg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Edwardsville at 1012 Plummer Drive, or call Jason Ragg at 618-307-7048, or visit benjaminfedwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, members SIPC.
No one likes a dirty house. It's work that almost no one wants to do. Why not get someone to do that work for you? Kara Gray with Rags to Riches Cleaning Service would love to take that task off your to-do list. Kara is a homegrown Collinsville High School graduate and the owner of Rags to Riches. From floors to ceilings, from baseboards to light fixtures, Rags to Riches can clean them all. No job is too big or too small. Call Kara Gray at Rags to Riches Cleaning Service to schedule a free estimate today at 618-979-9634 or visit Rags to Riches Cleaning Service on Facebook.
Tigers get a quick point off a serve. Well, we were still in commercial break, so 17-12 now in favor of Edwardsville. And here is Addie Reeder with another serve, picked up by Megan Summer. Altenberger sets it up behind her for Gilmore. Gilmore gets it across, and it kind of fools Reeder a little bit, but Edwardsville stays with it. They get the ball over. Altenberger again for Gilmore. This one's a little better, and nice spin. And Gilmore picks up a kill. 17-13. 4-point lead belongs to Edwardsville. Back to serve, Megan Summer for Collinsville. And it's across. And the opposing libero, Mattarelli, picks it up. Now over here on the near side, that's out of bounds. Big Shelby Lee smackdown, but it was just a little bit too far. Collinsville will get another point back. 3-point lead now for the Tigers. And Megan Summer sends another screamer across. Mattarelli picks that one up as well. Shoved across. That's going to be a point for Collinsville on a carry by Edwardsville up front. I believe that was Olivia Jones who kind of got a palm underneath that ball. So Collinsville gets back to within 2. 17-15. That one's out of bounds. Collinsville back to within 1. Kahawks are hanging tough. Summer back to serve again. High pop fly right in the middle, and in the middle it stays, and that one's out of bounds. And right now, Edwardsville is shooting themselves in the foot. Had a 4-point lead. That evaporated quickly. Collinsville has tied it back up 17-17. In the middle, now over onto the far side and back over to this side. They left that that side over here in front of their bench completely wide open, did Collinsville. Closest one to that was Katie Cease. She's not playing. Back to serve for the Lady Tigers is Sarah Goy. In the middle, screamer. Altenberger sets it up, but, well, tried to set it up for Ledbetter, but that ends up going over the referee's head over on the ladder. And nothing that Kendrick could do about that one. 19-17, 2-point lead back for Edwardsville after Collinsville worked hard to tie it up. Another serve coming up here for Goy. And that one's out of bounds, so we'll get one of those right back. 19-18. Each team has used a timeout. Each team has one left here in this first set. Alyssa Huckleberry, the junior, back to serve. In the middle, Monterelli picks it up. Moved over by Goy, and into the middle it goes, and that one's out of bounds as well. And once again, we are tied, 19-19. Getting along in the tooth here in this first set. There is Alyssa Huckleberry in her next serve. Right down the middle it goes. Up front, kill time, and make no mistake about that, said Ciara Cunningham, the sophomore middle hitter. She knew exactly what to do with that one. 20-19. Grace Malloway back to serve. In the middle, Aubrey Johnson. Alyssa Huckleberry sets it up for Lily Johnson. She gets it across. Set up front now to the near sideline for Edwardsville, and that one's too far. Olivia Jones got all of that one. 20-20. Avery Johnson, the only freshman on the roster for Collinsville, back to serve. And that one's out of bounds. I think they need to move those lines back a little farther. Hannah Monterelli back to serve it up now for Edwardsville. Lady Tigers have the 1-point lead. And that one goes into the middle. Shoved up front. Huckleberry sets it back up for Aubrey Johnson, and down it goes. We are tied once again. The way this game's going, it's going to be like 32-30 by the time we're all said and done. Here's Carson Mode. Mode needs to get one of those service runs on the way. Into the back it goes. Moved up front, into the middle, and Gilmore couldn't block it, and the diving effort of Johnson and Huckleberry couldn't get there in time. And it's 22-21, 1-point advantage for Edwardsville. Olivia Jones back to serve now for the Tigers. In the middle. Picked up by Johnson, moved over for one Johnson, and now Huckleberry will get it over. She does so. Popped up into the air, into the middle. Simple little touch. Collinsville does a nice job keeping that one alive. Megan Summers sends over a two-hander. Now over here onto the near side. Edwardsville gets it over. Nice dig over there by Johnson. And now we're going to have a double hit by Collinsville. That's unfortunate. That'll give Edwardsville a 2-point lead. Remember, here in the world of volleyball, you have to win by 2 points. So Collinsville desperately needs to get this next one. Next serve coming up for Jones. In the middle, picked up by Johnson. Huckleberry for Gilmore. Gilmore gets it across. Montarelli gets it over. And a setup on the far side. And that was a kill over on the far side, and she kept it over on the far side, did Sydney Davis. And now Edwardsville 1 point away from taking this first set. And Coach Cease wants to use her last timeout in this set. We'll step aside for just a moment as well. We're back with more after a timeout on the Kahok Sports Network.
Diamonds for Kahawks is a facility improvement project to develop a baseball, softball, and football/soccer field for CHS students and our communities to utilize. The project includes 2 baseball fields, 2 softball fields, a soccer/football field, concession stand, bathrooms, and parking. The development of this facility will benefit the band, PE classes, baseball team, softball team, and soccer team with a centralized location, ease of access, and an eye-catching complex. Please contact A.D. Clay Smith to donate to this project or visit the Collinsville Area Community Foundation website to make your tax-deductible donation today.
Back here at Edwardsville High School, Todd Duke with you. Glad that you are with us. First set, 24-21. Edwardsville 1 point away from wrapping up this first set. They graduated 5 from last year's team. Viola Hupp, number 1 in kills with 206, and number 2 in digs, gone from last year's team. There is Johnson and Huckleberry to Gilmore. Gilmore gets it over. Montarelli sets it up over here on the near side. Partial block up front. Edwardsville does a nice job getting it across. Talisha Gilmore tried the old dunk move there, but Collinsville keeps it alive. Huckleberry back over to Gilmore. On a nice little soft touch every once in a while when the girls on the other side are expecting a big hard shot, and you just touch it over. Sometimes that'll fool them enough. And Collinsville stays alive here in this first set. Kahawks still trailing by 2, though. Huckleberry goes out. Altenberger comes in. Carly will go back to serve. High pop fly picked up by Montarelli in the middle. Moved over and Gilmore with a block and a kill at the same time. How about that? Talisha gets her team back to within 1. Altenberger, this would be a great time for an ace. Haven't had one of those yet. High pop fly, those usually don't result in aces. And set up, that hits the pole. Collinsville gets the point. We are tied at 24. And remember, you have to win by 2. So no matter who scores this next point, game will still be going on. Into the middle. Montarelli, now back over here to the near side. Davis pushes it over, no one over here in front of the bench. And Edwardsville once again finds themselves 1 point away from victory. And the girl who just got the last point, Sydney Davis, she goes back to serve. Davis gets it over. Shoved up front. Altenberger for Gilmore. Gilmore just touches it, and then it's touched right back by Madeline Olau, and that is going to do it for this first set, 26-24 in favor of Edwardsville. And we will take a timeout and come back and tell you all about set number 2 after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420. Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Collinsville Junior Service Club Golf Scramble set for Sunday, October 1st at Arlington Greens Golf Course in Granite City. For more information, give them a call at 618-210-7273. Back at Edwardsville, Collinsville drops the first set 26-24. It was a battle. Collinsville had a lead until Edwardsville got their first lead when it was 11-10. So the Cahoks going to try to come back here and win this middle set and send us to a third and final tiebreaker set. Like I said, Collinsville hasn't won a set against Edwardsville since 2018, so it's been 5 years since the last set win. And we are just about ready to go. Told you about the football game at Centralia tomorrow on the varsity side on the Kahok Broadcast Club Student Network Saturday morning. Zach Roseman and Austin King will bring you the JV game between Collinsville and Centralia. So a couple of back-to-back games as far as the world of football is concerned. Collinsville picks up the first point in this second set. And Avery Johnson back to serve. She does so. Into the back line it goes. Moved over here to the near side. Sent across and down. Nice try there by Avery Johnson. But she ran out of room. And we're tied at 1. We will not have a post-game show. Trying to get up here is kind of challenging. You see the bleachers over there on the other side where everybody's sitting. Well, they don't have the bleachers pulled out over here on this side, so there's really no good way to get up here. That one's out of bounds. Edwardsville with the lead, 2-1. They are also missing Brenna Swartz, the assistant coach. She's not here tonight. So Kate Fisher took control of the JV team. Carson Mode trying to kick the ball. 3-1 in favor of Edwardsville. So they're a little short-staffed. And Mattarelli serves it up nice and low, but picked up nicely there by Johnson. And Avery Johnson gets a nice ball over the net. Now into the back, and Avery Johnson gets a hand on it, but it goes the wrong direction. And it's quickly a 4-1 lead here for Edwardsville. Mattarelli ready to serve up another one for the Lady Tigers. Another low shot that just barely gets over to net. Here is Huckleberry, sets it up for Johnson. Picked up by Edwardsville on that near sideline. Now over to the far side for Davis. Oh boy, what a shot. I think Aubrey just took one off the noggin. Point belongs to Edwardsville, though. It's 5-1 now in favor of the Lady Tigers. Aubrey, she said, I got hit right in the forehead. She's going to have a red mark right in the middle of her skull. Montarelli ready to serve. Referee over here on the near side wanted to make sure that Aubrey was all right. She's good to go. And she picks up that first shot, but it bounces off the net, and Huckleberry couldn't get underneath it fast enough. So after a 1-0 lead by Collinsville, 6 straight points now for Edwardsville. Aubrey Johnson goes out. Ashley Giannini checks into the game, and her and Megan Summer let that ball go right between them, and it stays in. So 7 straight points after Collinsville started this game off 1-0. Montarelli's been back there serving it up the whole time. She's got one of those sneaky diving serves. That one stays up a little bit too far, and Collinsville will get a point back on a service error by Montarelli. Talisha Gilmore will check back in for Megan Summer. Back to serve is Carson Mode. Mode sends one over. Into the back line it goes. Moved up front, then over to the far side for Davis, and Davis got one just underneath the hands of Mode. She was down in that crouch position and just couldn't get underneath it enough. 8-2 in favor of Edwardsville. Sarah Goy back to serve. Goy sends one low, picked up by Johnson. Huckleberry moves it over for Giannini. That's off of a no. I thought it was a partial block. Referee say no, that was just out of bounds. I could have swore that looked like it tipped off somebody. 9-2 in favor of Edwardsville. Another serve coming up for Goy. Low. Dug out of there, but it went out of bounds and Gilmore couldn't catch up to it. So after a nice, tight first match, Collinsville had the lead 10-7, 10-8. Edwardsville had their first lead at 11-10. Then they took a 4-point lead at 17-13. We tied it up 17-17, tied up 24-24, and Edwardsville eventually won. Here is a kill shot by Gilmore and a net violation they're going to call. So Edwardsville keeps on piling on the points, and another timeout coming up. We'll take a timeout as well, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Goy serves up another one, and Collinsville takes care of it. Sent over by Aubrey Johnson. Edwardsville sets it up. Montarelli for Davis on the far side. Blocked by Gilmore. That was a big block there. 5 blocks by Gilmore tonight that she's either gotten completely or partial. I know that her and Aubrey Johnson tag teamed a block, as well as her and Ledbetter earlier, so technically 3.5. Here is Carly Altenberger to serve it up for Collinsville. 11-3. Make that 12-3 now in favor of Edwardsville. And Sydney Davis back to serve for the Tigers. Screamer. Oh, that goes backwards, but Collinsville stays with it. Megan Summer gets it as close to the net as she can. Altenberger gets it over. Almost misplayed over there, and then a little touch over kept alive by Gilmore. Ledbetter gets it over. Nicely done, the K-Hawks. In the middle, and a net violation against Collinsville. Davis, back to serve. In the middle, picked up by Summer. Altenberger sets it up for Johnson, and then Johnson gets it right back and almost poked that one right into Altenberger's face. 14-3. Edwardsville enjoying a little lopsidedness here. Davis gets another low one across. Popped up. Altenberger takes care of it. Now Ledbetter got to get it over, and it doesn't. 15-3. Davis ready for another serve. Aubrey Johnson, I think she almost got that over on that first hit, but it stays in, and Collinsville does a nice job keeping with it after it hit the net. A little touch over, and Talisha Gilmore touches it right back. And now down the line it goes, and a nice job on the save by Avery Johnson. Collinsville gets it over. Nice little volley there by the K-Hawks. And that one's out of bounds. Big hit by Hannah Montarelli, but just a little bit too much on it. And it snuck just across the line here in this corner. Aubrey Johnson back to serve for Collinsville. Calcs trail by 11. Got a lot of work to do if they want to come back and force a third and final tiebreaker here. Aubrey, see if she can get that going right now. Over to the near side, and they barely get it over. Do the Lady Tigers. Ledbetter, Altenberger, Gilmore. Gilmore gets it over, a little reverse throw, and Collinsville, nice job keeping that one alive, but once it hits those net, man, it's hard to recover from that. 16-4. Tigers stay out front. Addie Reeder will go back to serve it up for Edwardsville. Reeder sends a knuckleball over. Summer. And Aubrey Johnson hits it right into the net. 17-4. Collinsville will take their final timeout here of this second set. We will take one right along with them, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Back here at Edwardsville High School, 17-4 in favor of the Tigers. Collinsville has a lot of work to do. Here's Gilmore, tries the kill shot, but that's blocked up front by Olivia Goebel. And this game just kind of got away from the Lady K-Hawks after a stellar first match. Even though they lost, it was still a good match. This one, the wheels have just kind of fallen off. Here is Reeder, another serve. Ledbetter will set it up and do so for Johnson, and she hits it too far. Alyssa Huckleberry will check back into the game, take the place of Ledbetter. And Miss Reeder back for another serve for Edwardsville. And that one's out. Kahawks are out of timeouts here in this second set. Megan Summer back to serve. That one's popped up backwards, but Edwardsville had time to go react and come back for it. It's over. Summer's the first one to touch it. Huckleberry sets it up in the middle for Mode, and another point there for Edwardsville. They hit the 20-point mark first, and they enjoy a 15-point lead now over Collinsville. Last regular season win in girls volleyball for Collinsville over Edwardsville, 2006. I believe that was Michelle Barch's junior year. A low sinking ball on that delivery, and Collinsville pushes it over, but they're going to say that it was palmed. So we're going to redo it. Huckleberry pleaded her case. Referee said, yeah, you're right, my bad. I don't even know what that conversation was about, but it worked. Another serve for Jones, picked up by Summer. Moved up, and Johnson gets it over. And that one's going to go backwards, almost up into the balcony, which is it's a balcony and a track. Thankfully, there's no one running up here today. 20-6, Huckleberry back to serve now for the Kahawks. Sent over low. On the far side, set up for Davis. Picked up into the back by Johnson. Huckleberry sets it up for Avery Johnson. Another ball that goes backwards. This time Edwardsville can get there, and they get it over. Johnson, Huckleberry, Mode, too far. 21-6. Julia Moloski back to serve for Edwardsville. Megan Summer picks it up. Huckleberry setting it up, and off the net it goes. Lily Johnson didn't get enough underneath that ball. 22-6, Edwardsville. Tiger serve it up again. Another low one. Huckleberry to Summer. Summer sends it up. Into the back in the out-of-bounds territory. One more try here for Edwardsville. They get it over. And Johnson for Huckleberry for Mode. Mode off of a hand and out of bounds into the Tiger bench. And Collinsville picks up point number 7, but they trail 22-7. Avery Johnson back to serve now for Collinsville. Picked up. Moved up and down. 23-7 Edwardsville. Next up for the Lady Calcs, they're at Jabot on Tuesday. They have game 3 days in a row next week. Jabot Tuesday, back home versus Waterloo Wednesday, and then Granite City at Virgil Fletcher on Thursday. Next game for the Edwardsville Lady Tigers is Friday night against Decatur Eisenhower. Over here to the near side, Johnson sends it down, and that one hits the ground, and Johnson gets a kill shot. 23-8. The rare Friday night volleyball game. With football going on, there might not be a soul in this place. Here is Edwardsville. They get it over, and Avery Johnson tried to get there in the middle, just couldn't. And Edwardsville 1 point away from wrapping up a 2-game sweep. Kahok were totally in that first game. Things have kind of gone sour here in the second game. Sarah Goy back to serve now for the Lady Tigers. It's across, picked up by Johnson. Huckleberry moves it over here for Aubrey Johnson. Picked up on the other side by Mattarelli. Into the middle, and the final kill shot belongs to Addie Reeder, and that is going to do it as Edwardsville wins 2-0 in a sweep of your Collinsville Kahawks. And no post-game show. That is going to do it for us here tonight. We will be back at you tomorrow from Centralia. Little Friday Night Lights action instead of a Saturday afternoon thunderstorm action we'll have for you. We'll be on the air at around 6:30 with the pregame show. Kickoff is set for 7 o'clock. Myself and Chris Kettler will have that game for you. A big thank you to Katie Cease joining me on the pregame show. My name is Todd Duke, and until tomorrow night, everybody have yourselves a fantastic Thursday evening.